Hey there, Masters of the Universe Classics fans, this is Wesatron. Tonight we're going to be talking about Masters of the Universe Classics Sir Laser-Lot. Now most of you guys probably don't realize this, but I am a Masters fan, and basically this will be my first Masters review, so bear with me as we try something new. Alright, now, standard mailer, standard blister. If you've been collecting Masters, you know exactly what to expect. Nothing has changed. Cross cells on the back, interesting bio, which you might be able to read. If not, you can find this on places like the Fwoosh, and I think Pogo still does them too, so check out the bio, it's interesting. This is the new Jeff Johns character. I'm more interested in how he looks, so let's get him out of the package. So here we have Sir Laser-Lot out of packaging. As you can see, he is very cool. Very classic, like knight-like design, but also has a bit of like, you know, old Filmation cartoon style to him. You know, you definitely get the whole laser vibe from the guy. As far as his namesake, he does have a laser plume, I guess you want to call this. It's laser horsehair. I don't know, plumage. I don't know what you want to call that. He's got a laser shield, which has this sort of like South Park Moses face on it. I require macaroni pictures and bead necklaces. That's what that reminds me of. I don't know. Maybe it's not even supposed to be a face, but that's what it looks like to me. Very, very cool sword. Let me get this a little under the light here. Very, very simple in style. Very, very simple. But very cool. You know, it's kind of nice to have something, you know, a little regular, not too overly designed, I guess I should say. Very simple. Little kind of a, if you can see that pearlescent gold for the paint there, which is interesting, especially because that color doesn't show up anywhere else on this entire figure. The mace, the laser mace, it's a laser mace. It's got like this kind of like muddy gray, dark. Okay, it's hard to focus there, but let's see. Yeah, see, it's kind of like a just a really dark color there. So the gold doesn't really show up again. I'm not really sure why. I kind of get the impression that this is supposed to be sort of like a lightsaber hilt, and this just sort of beams out of it, but they didn't include one of these on their own, which is kind of a bummer, because I think that would have been cool. Because a big problem for me with this guy, just right out of the gate, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my big prejudice with it is that there's no weapon storage, which I always hate. Especially when characters have multiple weapons, then you have to decide like how do you want to display them and stuff. But you know, what are you going to do? The head itself, very slick. Some people may say it's under detailed. I think it actually looks really good. You can see he's got a laser pointer because he's Sir Laser-Lot. Get it? Right? Some very simple design work on the cheeks. You know, nothing major. Kind of looks like maybe an old Sub-Zero or Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Very nicely detailed latches here on the shoulders. Very cool. Painted pretty decently. You can see I got a little scratch there. If you didn't know, to get these metallic looks, what they actually do is they paint these silver, all these colors, and then they go over them in a clear, whatever the color is actually supposed to be. Like in this case, they would have painted it silver and then gone over with a clear blue. At least that's what I've seen customizers do with them. Very simple color scheme, blue, red. It's got optic shorts. An actual metallic there on those as well. It's got Bose boots, very cool. You know, I think these are also Icarus or Flipshot, whatever you want to call them, boots as well. Very simple, very cool. There is actually a difference in the reds on there. You can see the metallic there. Those are different. Flat, kind of leathery look to the gloves, which is very cool. And his back is a standard cape, which, yeah, they didn't reuse because that's actually attached to the armor. Or at least if they did reuse it, it's clever reuse because it is attached. So if they just glued it on from another figure, well done for reuse. That's pretty awesome. Again, one more real quick look at this shield just to get an idea of the design and everything. And it is very see-through, you know. You can see Laser-Lot back there, very cool. Not very flexible. It is to a degree, but I mean, I'm putting a pretty good amount of force on there. So when you're using this clip, you want to be careful how you put it on so that you're not bending it too far out of shape. Just kind of, if you can find a thinner area, click it on there and then sort of twist it to where you want it to be, so you're not putting undue pressure on it. But yeah, very cool design-wise. I really like the detail on them. And scoot back a little bit now. Let's talk about articulation. First, there we go. Articulation. Okay, we'll start in the head. He's got a great ball-jointed head. Down, up, side, side. These guys usually have pretty good head articulation. I'm surprised he's not hindered more by the mask. It's pretty well done. I am a little disappointed that the plume is not articulated. I really expected there to be a swivel there. This is a separate piece glued to the helmet, and I'm kind of the mind that if you have two pieces that can fit together like that, you should always add a swivel or a ball joint. And a ball joint would have been awesome there. It would have been really simple. You could give you a lot of dynamic range in your poses. But what are you going to do? The standard ab crunch. All this is standard for Motuck, by the way. Nothing out of the ordinary. Swivel, hinged and swivel biceps. Nothing was stuck. Everything was nice. Swivel biceps. Or, I'm sorry, those were swivel hinge shoulders. Swivel biceps. Focus. Hinge elbows. The optic diaper does kind of hinder his leg movement. He's only going out to about there. I mean, you can force it a little bit further, but you don't want to risk breaking that ball joint. These are not, these are tough toys, but they're not the sturdiest toys in the world. So you just want to be careful with them. Out to there, the outward motion isn't, hindered at all. The swivel in the hips here, and the upper thigh, I guess I should say. Hinge knees, standard for the line, look good. Swivel boot tops, which is nice because my flip shot, his boot tops don't swivel at all. I don't know if it's just mine or what, but they do not. He does have the new style, ankle too, where there's no pin here, or rather you can't see the pin. So you can go forward and back and stuff. Let me get a little more in the light there. The downside with this is that for whatever reason it does hinder the rocker action quite a bit. Get a little closer here. You can see there's very little rocker action. You're not going to get much in the way of deep stances. If you go out even to there, you're not even standing flat-footed that far apart. And I wouldn't consider that a wide stance. That's fairly standard. It's not even a battle stance. So that if that's going to be a deal breaker for you, it's something to know. Rocker ankles are one of my favorite points of articulation on a figure. I think it really adds to the illusion, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. As I said, my biggest beef with this figure is that he doesn't come with any kind of weapon storage. I would have really liked to have seen either a hilt that you could maybe clip on somewhere, or a Count Marzo sheath would have been really cool for the sword. Just kind of a clip that you can just sort of slide that into. Anything that the mace might have fit into. But like I said, I kind of assume that these lasers are actual lasers and they disappear when not in use. So, they could have done something to, removable blade, hang this on a hook or something, like a frog. I don't know. I think they could have done something with that. But as far as the design itself, a lot of people have a problem with it because it's Jeff Johns. I don't like Jeff Johns as a writer much anymore. I really liked his work on Teen Titans. Past that, he's kind of let me down. I really have expected a lot more. But as far as this character, he's solid. He looks cool. He fits in, I think, very well. Motuck is one of those licenses that sort of it encompasses everything. There's freaking cowboys running around in a medieval setting with beings made of with wings, mechanical wings and stuff. Relax a little. It's a fun night. He's got a laser sword. It's cool. It's fun. This is what Motuck is all about. I think he's a very cool figure. I think he's a very nice addition. I would like to know a little bit more about him, see how he ends up in the mini comics and stuff like that. I don't know if he's going to be in the new comic book by DC that thankfully is getting swapped out from the original writer to, who is it, Keith Giffen? Yeah, I really like Keith Giffen, so I think he's going to do a great job. Thankfully it's not Jeff Johns. Thankfully it's not the writer who did the first issue, because that was awful. But yeah, this figure itself, he was $22 before shipping. I got him with Grizzlore, so I can't really say exactly what the shipping would have cost, but for the pair, it was $44 in shipping, which was something like maybe $54 total. It's an expensive toy, but this is what we come to expect from Motuck. For this particular line, I think he's a great deal. It comes with a lot of accessories. If there were two things they could improve, it would be swivel in the plume up here would have been a great, or a ball joint, and weapon storage. Other than that, great figure, really enjoy it, and that's all I have to say about it. Let me know what you think of my first Motuck review. I know I kind of blasted through it, but I feel like my reviews are going over a bit lately, so I'm trying to speak quickly, which for a Kentuckian is very difficult. Make sure you check out www.infinitehollywood.com. Newt's doing a lot of great things over there. Let us know what you think. Comment. We love to talk about toys. So, yeah, love you guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for all the new subscribers, comments, everything. You're the best. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.